Hello and welcome back to I Rate Guns. Today we're looking at the channel's first pump action, the Benelli Supernova. So this is another one of my own personal guns. And to be honest, I have wanted a Benelli Supernova for ages. Firstly, it's a pump, and that's really cool. Years ago, I did own a Winchester SXP, which was okay, and it sort of scratched the itch for a pump action. But I soon traded it in. It wasn't brilliant, but this is fantastic. This is an absolute beast. In fact, this is chambered in 3.5 inch, so you can shoot any 12 gauge cartridge through it, even the biggest wildfowling cartridges, this will take it. Before we get started, quick shout out to Shooting Sports UK. Without their support we wouldn't be able to bring you all these videos. Please go and check them out. Let's get on the bench and see what it's about. So this gun comes in both black and Realtree camo options, and you can also get this in a pistol grip or in this more traditional style like the one we've got here. In terms of barrel lengths, you can choose from 28, 26 or 24, this one being the 24, and it is only available in 12 gauge. This one weighs in at 7.8 pounds and it just comes in a branded cardboard box. So starting at the back, this gun is fitted with quite a nice rubber pad, which is cut out to allow for it to compress under recoil. In this Comfortex stock, you've also got these sections cut out and rubber inserts put in. This is designed to allow the stock to flex under recoil, obviously reducing the felt recoil. I'm not sure how good this is, but it seems to work fine. When I took it out, it doesn't hammer the shoulder, it works quite well. The rubber is also extended onto the top, so where your face meets the gun, it just feels a little bit nicer. There is no checkering really on this gun. What you've got is a series of ribs, which I didn't like when I got it out of the box, but after shooting it for a while they have grown on me and they're not uncomfortable. The action on this gun is interesting. So this is a steel action over moulded with plastic. This gives fantastic protection from the elements. The only markings on it are obviously Benelli on the one side and Supernova on the other. The safety catch is located here, and it's just a simple push through from either side to make it safe or not. The trigger on this gun is plastic as well. And the pull, I'll be honest with it, isn't exceptional. It's sort of a two-stage, and then there's a bit of creep, and it's quite heavy, but it's usable. The pump release is located here, and it's quite easy to access, no problems with that. One more control fitted to this gun is located on the pump handle. This is the magazine stop. So if you press this down while moving the pump handle, it cuts off the supply of cartridges from the magazine, ejects the one in the chamber, so you're left with an empty chamber and one not ready to go in there. This allows you to drop something in quick if you want to change what type of load you're using, which I imagine was originally developed for law enforcement, so they could perhaps drop something less lethal in there, but it works really well if you're out with a gun full of goose loads and you need to put something in a little bit smaller. The loading gate on this gun is quite nice. Once depressed, it stays there, allowing you to load cartridges in very easily. The gun is chambered in 3.5 inch, which is obviously the selling point for it. It's proof of steel, so this gun will fire almost any, well, pretty much any cartridge on the market. Even the biggest, heaviest goose steel loads, no problem with this. although I would use one of the more open chokes if I was going to do that. The top rib is 8mm with a little bit of a step to it, and it's got a red fibre optic sight down on the end with a small metal sight in the middle. It comes with a set of 3 flush chokes, and another interesting feature of this gun, this end cap here is fitted with this little nubbin on the end. That is designed to push out these pins here, which allow you to strip down the gun in the field if that's something you need to do. Okay, that's enough for this. Let's get back in the studio and I'll tell you what I think of it. So this is one hell of a gun. It's not pretty, but it's certainly practical. What impressed me the most about this was just how comfortable it is to shoot. Coming from my Winchester SXP, my standards were perhaps a little bit lower, but this is really, really nice to shoot. So in terms of balance, it's not far away from the front of the loading gate. That's pretty nice. And this is in a 24-inch configuration as well. Now, this isn't a cheap gun by pump action standards. In fact, I did a quick search of the internet, and in the UK this is probably the most expensive pump action you can buy. That said, it's still not significantly more than what you pay for a Turkish over under nowadays. And depending on what type of shooting you're doing, this might be a better bet. If you're looking for a gun to get you started in wildfowling or perhaps decoying pigeons, it's definitely worth a look. Italian build and decent quality, although it doesn't have the wood and the engraving, things like that. But I say it's definitely practical and it'll definitely do the job. You can even take it down the playgrounds if you want to get some sideways looks, but I guarantee you everyone's going to want to go on it, so get some conversation started. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. That's it.